What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our board game alphabet challenge.
We were invited by Rolling Reggie to talk about our favorite board game that starts with each letter of the alphabet. Last week we did A through J.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It actually was.
So, I'm going to leave a link in the description below so you can go check out that video. Check that video out. Today, we're going to finish out the alphabet. We're going to talk about our favorite board game that starts with letter K and go through the rest of the alphabet. So, how we're doing this, I'm going to tell you how many games we have of that specific letter in the collection. And I'm going to tell you how many I played and how many she's played. And then we're both going to share what our favorite board game, is of that letter. All right? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Let's go for it. So, for the letter K, we actually only have 12 games in the collection that start with the letter K. And out of that 12, I've played 9.
Okay.
And you've played 5.
All right.
Okay. Now, it was kind of difficult because the other choice was a big, heavy game. But I had to go with the game one of the first games I got when I first started getting board games. And that was King of Tokyo.
Okay.
I'm a big Godzilla fan.
Yes.
And that's what really attracted me to this game. I know Godzilla's not in it, but in King of Tokyo, it's pretty much like a King of the Hill. You're rolling dice Yahtzee style, and there's punchies on the dice, and you're using those punchies to attack the monster that's in Tokyo, And remember, of course, you didn't play this with me, but this was the first game I taught the grandkids.
Yes.
And they really enjoyed it. They were a little younger, so they was trying to get, still getting to the point where you buying those special powers and stuff like that. But King of Tokyo, yeah, that's my favorite game that starts with the letter K.
Okay.
All right, what's yours?
Kohaku.
Kohaku.
Yes, Kohaku is a game that I have recently been introduced to.
Wow.
It reminds me of Koi.
Koi.
But I like it better. It's not as take that, and for me, it's more strategic.
I remember when you tried Koi.
Yes.
It was so funny because Koi is mean.
Yes, but I really found it kind of relaxing. Yes, I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Kohaku is fun. Now, they have a version. Like I said, I've had this copy. I had my copy for a while.
Okay.
But we've never played it. And then we finally got introduced to it by Ryan and Emily. And I was like, what we've been sleeping on this. And they actually, like when we first went to Origins the first time, they had a copy where it was clear, the tiles were clear acrylic.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty. But
Yeah.
I had already reached my board game purchasing limit. So I was like, yeah, I'm still a little salty about that.
You'll get over it.
No, I won't. All right. So let's go on to letter L. So we have 21 games that start with the letter L. Now, out of that 21, I've played 15.
Okay.
Okay? Unfortunately, you only played 4.
Okay.
So your choices are kind of limited. But that's okay. I'm the heavy board gamer here. All right, but I'm going to allow you, what is your favorite game starts with the letter L?
Okay, so my favorite L game is Lost Ruins of Arnak. I like Lost Ruins of Arnak because, it just kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones. And I like the little tablets. Those are really cute. I like the little arrowheads.
Yeah.
I like how you got to travel up the temple track, and how you got to go around exploring the ruins. So, yeah, it's a fun game.
Well, crossover. Lost Ruins of Arnak is my favorite game. Starts with the letter L. Like you said, it's pretty much Indiana Jones, the board game. I really enjoy the theme. I love the art of the game. Like I blinged it out with the little compasses.
Yes.
And the gold coins.
Yes.
And the game is just so much fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was an easy one for me.
It was actually easy for me for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah, because you only got 4. All right, let's go to the next letter. So for the letter M, we have 30 games.
Wow.
Yep, 30 games. I've played 21 of them, and you played 13. Let me make sure I got that right. 21, yep. No, 23. And you played 11.
Okay.
I went 13. I gave you some more credit than you didn't, All right, so what's your favorite game that starts with the letter M?
Okay, for M, there was not any contenders. Meadow. I did not expect to like Meadow as much as I do. I enjoy the theme. I really like the way the action selection, the way you have to select the actions.
You mean the drafting?
The drafting. I'm sorry. The way you have to draft the cards.
Yeah.
I love set collection, but I also like how the theme is incorporated, because in order to get, say, an eagle, you have to get some things that eagles eat. You might need an insect, or
eagles eat stuff bigger than insects.
Well, you know what I mean. You might need an insect and another smaller animal or something.
You need to get the smaller animal. You need the insect. Okay, to get the bigger animal, you need the smaller animal.
Well,
get the eagle, you need the bigger animal.
You know what I mean. I just like the way
circle of life.
The hierarchy. I like the way the hierarchy works.
Right. I understand what you're trying to say. I'm just saying, eagles eat more than insects. But anyway, my favorite game to start with the letter M is Marvel Champions. I love Marvel Champions.
You love anything Marvel.
Well, not everything, but I think some things can be oversaturated with Marvel. But I just love, I like to feel that you feel like you live in a comic book.
Okay.
Because you're as a superhero, you're fighting, but you get to change to your alter ego, and you're going through life's challenges. But at the same time, the villain is constantly scheming. He don't stop because you don't decide you're not out superheroing. So you got to make sure that you're ready to go take him on.
You always have to be prepared.
Yeah, and I love that. I love the fact that they've included the X-Men, because that's my Marvel X-Men. I love my X-Men. But yeah, I love Marvel Champions.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So for the letter N, we have 14 games. I have played 8 of them, and you have played 3 of them. Okay? But even if you had played all of them, I think there would have been only one challenger. I got a feeling I know what your N is. So what is it?
New York Zoo. I like New York Zoo because I really love the theme. The theme is cute. The theme is appealing. What's not to like about making your own zoo? It is a polyomino tile laying game, which isn't always my favorite. However, I do like this particular theme.
Yeah, I like it too.
And I like the way you get more animals when the breeding happens. I think that's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like the little animal meeples in this game.
Yeah, I like
You know,
that too.
I do really I like the way they got the penguin, got his little, the white.
Look like
you know.
the weird yeah.
Yeah, I really do like that. And so, honestly, I thought the only contender for New York Zoo for you would have been Newton. But I figured New York Zoo was going to win out.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my favorite game that starts with the letter N is from my favorite designer of all time, Ryan Lockett.
Okay.
And that is Near and Far.
As soon as you said that, I knew.
I love Near and Far. I've played this. I've went through the whole story. I think me and Deb and Jeff were meeting up at Eternal Games, and we did the whole story and the whole campaign. And I really enjoyed this game. I love the storytelling. I love the art. I love the guy. He designed the game. He did the art for the game. He did all of it. You know. And so I really, really like Near and Far.
Okay.
All right. What's the next? Oh, I know what letter come at the end. Don't look at me like that. All right, let's go ahead. So for the letter O, we have 7 games.
Okay.
Out of those 7, I played 4.
Okay.
And you played 2.
Okay.
And you were like lukewarm for those 2. Well, you were lukewarm for one of them. The other one you just really didn't care for.
Okay.
So you don't have to name your O.
Okay.
Because you don't really have
I don't
one.
have an O.
Right. I do, though.
Okay.
And my favorite board game that starts with the letter O is Onitama.
Okay.
Yeah, Onitama is the game that I introduced to people who love chess.
Yes, I remember that.
I introduced it to my uncle. He loves chess. He was trying to get his grandson to like chess, and his grandson just wasn't feeling getting beat. Like when you learning chess, you got a plan to get beat a lot, and not everybody's really sometimes people don't want to invest into that. But with Onitama,
it levels the playing field.
yeah, because you know your moves. Everybody, you got 2 cards. Each player has 2 cards that shows them where they can move, and then there's 1 card that rotates around the board. And I bought this for him. I said, introduce this to your grandson. And he played it with him, and they both really enjoy it.
Okay.
Onitama is a great introductory game.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the next letter. Okay, so for the letter P, we got 28 games in the collection. Okay, out of those 28, I played 24, and you played 12.
Okay.
All right, so what is your favorite game that starts with the letter P?
Now, P was a challenge.
Okay.
I love all the P games that I've played, but I was able to narrow it down. However, since I didn't have an O game, I'm going to pick 2 P games.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, what are they?
Okay, so my first P game is Pandemic.
Okay.
Pandemic is one of the first games that I was introduced in this hobby. It's still a favorite of mine. I still appreciate the theme, although I understand a lot of people's aversion to it. I love the whole idea of saving the world together. It is cooperative.
Yeah.
So that is part of the appeal for me. And my second one is Pursuit of Happiness. I just love the way you go through the decades making choices about your life.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun. And it's a little bit of a different game every time you play it.
Yeah, Pursuit of Happiness is like the game of life Euro.
Yes.
It's a year.
Yes.
And it's really, you make the choices. Like with the game of life, you push that button and the dice, you get married depending on what the dice say.
Yes.
You know. But in the pursuit of happiness, you make the choice.
Yes.
So I see why you really like that. I hunted that game down because I knew you was gonna like it.
Yes, I do.
All right, so P was kind of hard for me too, but there is one game that's a game called Pandoria.
Okay.
Now, Pandoria is a game that when I was hanging around in the board games shop and I saw it on the shelf and the art drew me in. And then I was like, let me do my research. And I started looking on YouTube and I came across the YouTube channel John Gets Games. And he did a playthrough of Pandoria. And I was like, man, this game looks interesting. And so I picked it up and I played it like three or four times now. And I love the experience. It is like, area majority is not really my thing. But in this game, you're exploring a new land. And you're placing your meeples out, but it's a specific way you place the tiles. And if somebody surrounds an area with a specific type of tile, then everybody's meeple that's in that area, they get booted out. And then everybody around that gains resources.
Okay.
And it's just really cool. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. Pandoria, I really love that game.
Okay.
I really enjoy the experience. And so that's why it has a special place for me.
Okay.
All right. So on to, what's that? Q. So for the letter Q, we only got 2 games in the collection. And out of those 2, I played both of them, and she has played both of them. So, which one of them is your favorite?
Okay, I love Quadropolis. Quadropolis is, you build your own little city. I like that. I love the way you have to decide where you're going to place your pieces. I like that. I love those little translucent pieces. They're so cute. It's a lot of fun. It's just the right level of complexity for me. It's easy to learn, but it does require some strategy and thought to actually win.
Yeah, it pretty much got the same. Meadow has the same drafting mechanism as Quadropolis.
Yes.
But I mean, I love my Quadropolis. I do. I love playing it with you. But I have to go with the other one. I'm sorry. Quacks of Quedlinburg. I love Quacks of Quedlinburg. I love that push your luck, drawing your ingredients out of the bag, trying to fill up your cauldron, and then you have to decide whether you're going to keep going or you're going to bust, because if you put too many of those cherry bombs in your cauldron, they'll explode and all that. And then you're buying ingredients, just put it into your bag. I really love Quacks of Quedlinburg. And of course, I went and got the upgraded pieces from Board Game Geek. That you cannot play. You have to get the upgraded pieces for this game. So I love Quacks of Quedlinburg.
I like it too.
Yeah, I know, but you like Quadropolis more.
Of course.
Okay. Well, all right, you ready?
Yes.
All right. So for R, we have 17 games. And out of 17, I play 14, and you play 5.
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite game? Starts with the letter R.
Robinson Crusoe.
Now,
We haven't played it a lot, and I really want to visit it again because we played it really early in my game playing career.
Oh, career.
What I like about Robinson Crusoe is it is cooperative.
Yes.
And you got to make a lot of choices.
That game is hard.
Yeah, it is very, very challenging. But I think think the thing that I like the most is it is cooperative and you are working together.
What I like about it is the fact that what can happen, like does happen.
Yes.
I mean, you trapped on an island, so you're like dealing with the weather, dealing with the animals, dealing with illness, dealing with starvation. Yeah, I mean, you're dealing with all this stuff, and that's real. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it is. It is thematic. I do like that. It's so thematic.
Yeah, and so and it's hard.
It is.
Now we have won once, one time. That's it.
Yeah.
But you know, for some reason, we keep wanting to revisit this island.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right. Now that's a good choice. Now, my favorite is a little game from Sashi and Sashi called Remember Our Trip.
Okay.
This is the game that introduced me to Sashi and Sashi. You know, I mean, Remember Our Trip is it's a unique game, and we're placing tiles. What we're trying to do is pretty much remember our trip. We went to Kyoto, and I forgot what the other city is, but it might be Tokyo. But anyway, what we're trying to do is piece together where we visited. And everybody has their board, and they're putting their tiles on their board. And if you put them in a certain way, then there's a main board, and we say, oh yeah, this is where that hotel was. And we score points off of that. And this is just a really, really unique game. And this is that just brought my attention to Sashi and Sashi. And I've collected some of their other games. Another game that by them will be coming up on this list. So that is what is it, the letter R?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. So for the letter S, this is the highest number in the collection. We have 48 games.
Wow.
And start with the letter
That's
S.
a lot.
Now, out of those 48, I've played 37.
Okay.
You played, I forgot already, you played 15.
Wow.
15, which is actually pretty nice, you know. So, what is your favorite game that starts with the letter S?
So since there's another letter that I don't have a game for,
Oh my gosh.
I picked two.
Again?
Yes. I just had to.
Wow, I'm just letting you get away with some stuff.
All right, so I picked the Spiel, and I like the Spiel because it's cooperative and we're trying to contain the damage from an oil spill, and we're trying to rescue the sea animals that are living in the ocean. And I just love that theme. I'm sorry, saving the world. Something about that.
It's like saving them. Why don't you just put a cape on?
Well, I kind of sort of get to save the world every day at work, one kid at a time. So I kind of do that.
Oh my gosh. All right, what's your next one?
And my next one is, and this was really hard because there were so many great choices in S, but Splendor.
Okay, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's just one of those games. You can play it every single time we've played it. It's been fun. You can introduce it to new people. Gamers love it. And it's just a blast.
Yeah, Splendor is great. Now, I did one of the games that you haven't played. Both of it, I got Splendor Duel. So we need to play that.
Okay.
So, but speaking of cooperative, because you love these cooperative games, but you won't play this cooperative game. And my favorite cooperative game is Spirit Island.
I just don't play around with spirits.
I mean, Spirit Island is so good. It is so like you're playing as spirits that out of the island. You're trying to save the locals, the Dahan. I think I remember correctly. The Dahan, they live on the island, and the colonizers are coming out to the island, you know, and they're trying to farm, make farms and all that, plant their farms. And of course, to the Dahan, they look at that as like, hey, you messing stuff up.
They're trespassers and interlopers.
So we're the spirits that are helping the Dahan chase them off.
Okay.
And I really, really like this game. I love the fact that, one of the things about cooperative games, they say is an alpha gamer. You can't alpha game in this game because you're too busy trying to figure out your spirit.
Okay.
And then when you figure out, you're like, okay, I can go do this. Can you go do this? Or whatever, can you take care of that over there? And you got to work together or you're going to lose.
Okay.
So, yeah, Spirit Island. That's my favorite game.
Okay.
Start with the letter S.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So for the letter T, we have 31 games. Out of that 31, I played 23. You played 10.
Okay.
What is your favorite game that starts with the letter T?
Okay, so for the letter T, there was a clear front runner. Trekking the World. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a social studies teacher. History is my love, but geography is her baby sister. I love history and geography, and Trekking the World is a game where you get to go and your whole aim is to visit a whole bunch of must-see destinations in the world. So I love everything about this.
Trekking the World is so beautiful. I love the art style. I love, this is a game I want to do a video about board games that go out of their way to teach you stuff. And this is probably one of the games on there because they tell you little facts about this destination. So I think that's a great choice. You really love that game.
I love that game.
Now, one of the destinations in that game is Teotihuacan. And that's my favorite game that starts with the letter T. In Teotihuacan, you are building up the temple, you're moving, it's a rondel, and you're using dice as worker placement. I really got to play that game again. I haven't played it in a minute, but I love Teotihuacan. I remember when I first saw it on the table, and I was like, what is this? And I did my research, and I bought it and played it a few times. I really love the aesthetics of this game. I love what you're doing. It's just such a great game. All right, so we got just a few more letters. All right, let's go. So for the letter U, we got 5 games in the collection.
Okay.
And I've played 2.
Okay.
You haven't played any, which lets you get away with that letter P. All right.
It was the letter S.
What?
It was the letter S.
The letter S. Oh, okay. So P was for your O, and U
S
was
was
for your S.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Comes tomato. All right. All right. So out of the 2, the one that I love the most is Underwater Cities.
Okay.
I love Underwater Cities. I love how you're building up your underwater city. And it kind of reminds me of a video game that I used to play, BioShock, and you're just building up your city, but you're playing these cards. And the thing is, when you play a card, when you place your tile, that you're trying to make sure the card and the tile are the same color in order to be able to play the card or make your action more powerful or whatever. But yeah, Underwater Cities, I really like that game.
Okay.
Let's go. So for the letter V, we got 8 games.
Really?
Yep, 8 games. Start with the letter V.
Wow.
Yep. Out of those 8, I played 6. You played 2.
Okay.
But I don't think it was any question. This is another crossover. I'm pretty sure there was no question of what our letter V was.
Viticulture. I really like just about everything about viticulture. I like the theme. I love the aesthetics. You're you're going through the winemaking process, and I mean all of it. You have to you have to plant the seeds.
Yeah, you got to plant the vine.
You gotta harvest the grapes. You gotta process the wine. You gotta bottle it. You gotta sell it. So I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's visually, it's gorgeous. Just it's a fun game. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really, really nice. And like I said, I still remember when I first was telling you about it, and you were like, you know, and then you played it, and you was like, oh, I'm on board.
yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, Viticulture is beautiful. The art is just beautiful. We still got to play Viticulture World.
Yes.
I played it. I really like it, but I haven't played it with you yet.
Okay.
So we need to play that.
Okay.
All right. So, I think W. Yep, W. There are 20 games that start with the letter W in the collection. Now, out of that 20, I played 12.
Okay.
Make sure. Yes, 12.
Okay.
You've only played 2.
Okay.
So I got to get you to play some more games because there's some more that I think you will really like, you know. So, and with W, I'm pretty sure I know what yours is.
Okay.
So, but I'm going to tell you what mine is. And mine is the other Sashi and Sashi game, Wind the Film. I mean, I really like this card game. It was introduced to me as under its new iteration, Photograph. And then I went looking for Photograph, and I ended up finding Wind the Film. So, you know, I had to order it from Amazon, and I had it. I love this game.
Okay.
You know, and the one thing I love most about it is it was the game that provided me one of the best experiences I've ever had
In this hobby.
And that was playing it with Rodney Smith and Jeff and Jane. I mean, I was just
Over the moon.
yeah, I was over the moon. So yeah, Wind the Film. You know, now if not for this game, we probably would have had a crossover. So I know what yours is.
Wingspan.
Yep.
So I really love Wingspan. I like the theme. You're trying to attract birds to your aviary. I love everything about it. I love how you get to pick so many birds, like you're trying to get the different birds. I love that. I love how you have the different habitats and you have to decide where you want to place the bird. I love those eggs. They're adorable.
Yeah.
So I love the production and I love the art. The art is gorgeous. Is Beth Sobel the artist?
Yeah, I think she's one, but she's like the main. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness.
But
the
yeah.
art is gorgeous. And then, yeah, it does teach you about the birds. So I love everything about this game.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're not in the minority because I just recently watched Dice Tower's top 100 games of all time, and they have the People's Choice, and their number one was Wingspan.
Okay.
So yeah, you're not in the minority.
Okay.
There. And like I said, I love Wingspan. I bought those little bird nests
Yes.
for the eggs.
Yes. Yes.
We can't play without those.
Yes.
So yeah. All right. So we have no games in the collection that start with the letter X. We have one game that starts with the letter Y, so it wins by default.
Yak. Well, Yak is a cute game.
Yeah, it is good. I love the little yaks, and I love you're just driving, moving the yaks and getting those materials and building up those blocks in front of you. So I really like that. It's just a really great introductory game. And then we don't have any that start with the letter Z, because like I said, I don't do zombies. So that is our board game alphabet challenge all the way down, all the way through, and I really had fun.
Yes, this was fun.
I hope you guys really had fun, because we're just talking passionately about board games, and that's just it. We really love playing board games together, and I love introducing board games to different people, and like I said, I'm all about board games bringing people to the table. If you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button. Subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And in the comments below, what are your favorite board games to start with the letters of the alphabet?
Yeah, and if you just want to pick a specific letter, or if you want to just give us all of them, I'm okay with that because I enjoy reading and learning about games and like coming into agreement and all that. So I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.